been getting emails. Somebody asking, hey, I've got different brands of ink pads and I'm wondering, will your EZStudRack storage system work with that? I said, you know, I don't know. So I went over to Hobby Lobby, figured there'd be what, 2 or 3 stamps? Are you kidding me? There's hundreds of different ones. So I decided to create a storage for it. Look at this little guy. I'm gonna tilt it back like this a little bit so you can kind of see how big this guy is. I call it the ink pad storage tower. The width is right around 5 inches outside to outside of the board. These are all 1x4s. The back, I kind of just used a piece of cardboard. It was easy to cut, use little thumbtacks. This guy's about 4 feet 5 inches tall. I've got 1 package of EZStudRacks. It stores 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 49. You can do 49 if you space it out right. I found as many different brands as I could find at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, all those places. So here's what I'm gonna tell you will work with this particular size, the width, but all these other brands will work with the EZStudRack storage system. This guy here, those work great. This guy, this guy here, it's a little tight, pull out. But this particular brand works. That brand works. This guy works. This guy right here is a little tight, but it still works. Still the same width. This is a tower! I'll give you another example. This guy right here. Remember the day when you used to have that speaker walking down the road, jamming? Well, this is my speaker of ink pads. So you got this big guy. You can create storage for that big guy and all these different ones. And then of course the original video I did was classic Stampin Pad. I would label these guys, like this is called weathered wood. I would put weathered wood either with the sticker or just handwrite. That way you can easily spot what you're looking for. This is 1 package of EZStudRack. One $20 package of EZStudRacks gets you this kind of storage. If you keep following this video, I'll show you how you can easily do this without having to worry about a drawing for dimensions and all that. So keep watching the video and check it out. We're going to start with, these are the measurements for the Stampin Pad, but not only am I going to show you for this one, I'm going to show you for all these other ones on how you can figure out what measurements you need for your particular product that you're using. So what I recommend is when you get your package, you take an EZStudRack out, get your number 6 by 3/4 screws, and when you attach this first EZStudRack, make sure you go 1/2 inch from the bottom. So we'll mark a 1/2 inch. Just like that. 1/2 inch from the bottom, and I'll come in and just screw it. You will have to get a number 6 by 3/4 screws because you are going into a 1x4, not a 2x4. Aim for the center of the hole. For this demonstration, I'm just going to put 2 screws. Actually, that's really all you need is 2 screws. If you want to put one in the middle, you can too, but I mean, as you can see, it's just ink pads we're storing. Okay, this guy right here is cut at 13 11/16. What I would do is line up the edge of the board like this. Test your ink pad to make sure it fits. If you have one of these squares that are adjustable, they come in handy. You can set it at 1/2 inch. That way you can just put it on there like that and mark it. Mark it. Attach another EZStudRack. Try to aim for the center of the hole. We're not building a rocket ship, trying to create storage for ink pads. Now it's where all the magic happens. Say you go to Hobby Lobby and you pick out different ink pads. I don't know if people stick to the same ones or what they do. Let's say you have a certain amount of certain ones. Some are small, some are bigger than the others, and you want to have storage for all of them. So let's say we're going to use this guy. It fits. And let's say you got this guy you got to store. Does it work? Looks like that same spacing will work for that one as well. And then say you got this big pad. You want to store this big pad. Then you just go like that. Of course, if all you have is one, there's no point taking up an entire space just for the big pads. So you can either store them like that, or you can flip it around and store them like this. You know, none of these will fit. So it's however you want to do it. Depends on how much space you need. Now remember, I have no idea how many storage ink pads, but from what I see, you guys have a lot. So let's keep going. Right now we're up to 3 rows measuring 14 inches wide. If you want to know if this one, these little square guys, Granger something distressed oxide, they're like 3x3. Let's see here. Does it work? Yes, they work. This guy, does it work? Yes. How about this guy? Yes. This guy? Yes. This guy, does it work? Yes. This guy, does it work? These by stampabilities will probably go with this guy, standing up like that. So you can store both of these in the same section. So it looks like you can maybe get away with 1, 2, 3 different rows. Depends on however you want to do it. You kind of get the idea of what we're trying to do here. I'm just trying to demonstrate what all works. What I'm starting to find out is that people have all kind of ink pads. They're all different kind of sizes. You can buy EZStudRacks to custom fit whatever ink pads that you have, as long as you figure out what's needed. Now, going back to this classic stamping pad by Stampin' Up. I'll go through it. I'm taking all these out. This is just for the classic stamping pad. This bottom board's cut 19 3/4. This one's cut at 19 3/4. 1x4s. This one's cut at 13 11/16. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards at 13 11/16. You're gonna need a 1x4 by 10 foot long. And if you look at this video up here, I'll show you how to go in there and get wood at discounted prices. 1 package of EZStudRacks. You attach them like you see here. If you really want to just follow dimensions, it's going to be a 4-inch spacing between the wood. When I say wood, I mean between the wood and not between the plastics. Or I just go in and add these guys in like this and like this. Leave a little gap between them. This guy right here, this guy right here. So when it's all laid out like you want it, you just nail them in. So we use 1.5 inch 4D nails and just come in and hammer them in. Now remember, the EZStudRack Storage System is unlimited possibilities. What? Oh, Eugene, EZStudRack, thank you so much. I was lost in the back of a corner. Nobody would ever use me. Now I'm invisible. I'm hoping this helps. Please email me with any questions, comment, and let me know if you have any other questions and I'll try to answer them. Until next time, Eugene with EZStudRack. That's a wrap.